Your what that time and God then your what that time This is the voice of the Patriot, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Yes, the voice of the people, and the voice of the people, they say, is the voice of God. Remember that here we are not neutral. We have taken sides. We have never pretended to be neutral. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are the headquarters of the truth. This is our daily editorial. And my name Blakk Rasta. My brother, my sister, today we have a number of issues we want to look at. Let's go straight into action. Now, I'm reading this from Ghana Web, and it says, Akyem NPP sends warning to NDC to stay away from vigil for Ernest Kumi. And I read, now the new patriotic party in the Akyem constituency has issued a stern warning to its political opponent, the NDC, to stay away from its planned Vigil Night program scheduled for Thursday, August 28th, 2025. My brother, my sister, that was yesterday. Now, the NPP warned that the planned Vigil Night event, which will precede the traditional 1 week and 40 days observation of the passing of former Member of Parliament for the constituency, Ernest Kumi, is a solemn activity planned in the memory of the late NP. And so, they cannot welcome the NDC there. Now, the spokesperson of the NPP campaign team for the upcoming by-election in the constituency, Kwame Owuredu, issued a warning while speaking in an interview with Channel 1 TV, citing security implications as one of the reasons. He said, "This is a word of caution. We beg them in the name of God. As for the 1 week and the 40 days observation, we have formally invited them." He indicated that the NDC will not be welcome to the vigil on Thursday. His caution came on the back of an assertion by the second deputy Eastern Regional Youth Organizer of the NDC on the same network that the NDC will, in solidarity, join their colleagues in the NPP to hold the vigil. Infantile politics, dirty, childish, mediocre minded politicians. What a shame. My brother, my sister, a man is first a man before he becomes the label of a certain political party. In our tradition, when a man dies, he becomes a saint instantly. We love to vilify a good man when he's alive. But the moment he dies, all of a sudden, we forget all the ill feelings we had against this person. And we start to glorify the dead. In our country, we love the dead more than the living. That is why it is always late for us to react to humanitarian issues. Blakk Rasta, you are too deep. Calm down. My brother, listen to this. In our country, we are more than just so fast to react to negativity and inflame the passions of negativity. When it comes to positivity, we are poles away from that. A man lives a very good life. Nobody says anything good about this person till the person dies. No wonder they say, it saddens my heart that even in death, we are playing bipartisan politics, dirty, infantile politics. Now, amongst our people, when a man dies, the number of people who attend the funeral matters to them a lot. It tells you the kind of person this was. But in this case, they are cutting down the numbers because of partisan politics. My brother, my sister, the NDC, according to this report, was stopped from attending this funeral. As to whether that funeral even took place yesterday or not, I do not know, and I don't really mind. My brother, my sister, I've already told you reasons. I don't mind. It's not every funeral I attend. My brother, my sister, Kumi is gone. Now the NPP comes out to say, you know what? Everybody is invited except the NDC. Is the NDC a human being? No. The NDC is not a human being. It is the human beings who animate the label NDC. And because of that, we take arms against each other, tear down each other, all because of political labels. Even in death, we are disunited. Yet these are the same people who will come together and say, oh, unity. Elections are coming. Please, unity. Let's all come together. May I also ask, why was the funeral planned so close to the by-election? Why? Is it to be able to win sympathy votes? Can I know? Or is it a joke? Where is the family of Ernest Kumi? My brother, my sister, what is the family thinking about this order? That some people have been barred from coming to the funeral. My brother, my sister, it is so sad. When will the nation unite? When are we ever going to come together and put away partisan politics like they do in China? In China, there is no NDC, there's no NPP. You know what they do? There's only one China. The parliamentarians go sit down. My brother, my sister, whoever it is, then they select who should lead the country. My brother, my sister, they have a certain political system that is very, very interesting. They tried it a few months ago in Togo. And there was a big uprising against that because it was initiated by a certain dirty dictator by name Faure Nyasingbe. My brother, my sister, will a time come when we would not have NDC anymore? Will we have a time when we would say there's no NPP anymore? Will a time come when there will not be any PNC or CPP, but only one Ghana? So that the people that we choose to lead our constituencies, here we call them the NPs, they all come together and more and select who should lead the country. It doesn't necessarily have to be a politician like they do in China and some other such places, so that we can do away with dirty partisan politics. It is sad. Well, as it is, it looks like politics is more important than even religion. Politics in our country is more important than humanity. I leave it here. I'm going to look at the last story because my guest is already in. And this one I'm also reading from Ghana Web, and it says, it is becoming evident NDC does not intend to fulfill their lofty promises. And you'll be surprised who is saying this. He's called Bawumia. I read. The 2024 flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has stated that the ruling National Democratic Congress has clearly showed that it is not committed to keeping promises it made to Ghanaians. Addressing NPP supporters after submitting his nomination forms to contest in the party's flag bearer race slated for January 2026, Dr. Bawumia, while citing various examples, accused the NDC of failing to fulfill its campaign promises, which he described as lofty. Obviously, it's a case of calling the pot black by the blackberry. My brother, my sister, if it comes to keeping promises and making promises, the number one guy is Bawumia. But this is the same Bawumia telling us that the NDC evidently does not want to keep his campaign promises. Only 8 months in power. You see, Agrobe Swane Fianopa. By where Bawumia is sitting, he can tell by the use of crystal ball and palmistry that the NDC is not intending to keep his promises, campaign promises. By the use of voodoo, Ekpelekeji, Baba Tongo, Bawumia is able to tell from where he is sitting that the NDC is not ready to keep its campaign promises. My brother, my sister, if the NDC has done nothing at all, we have seen the dollar go down in the face of the city, albeit now the dollar is beginning to gain grounds again. My brother, my sister, if the NDC has done nothing in the 8 months that it's been in power, my brother, my sister, we have seen democracy flying in our faces with very colorful feathers. Kwesi Pratt is full of praises for the Mahama government for keeping up with democracy. Sam Jonah is also in the news praising Mahama for keeping democracy in the country. My brother, my sister, I am the first person to demand the fulfillment of promises. When it comes to politicians, it looks like in our country, to win political power, all you need is to give lofty promises with no intention to keep them. It's been our tradition for a very long time. So when the NPP was looking for power, in fact, it looked for the dictionary of unfulfilled promises, turned that into an encyclopedia and unleashed it on the people of Ghana. The almighty cathedral has become a farce. So much money sunk into it. It's a shame. My brother, my sister. As for Bawumia, in fact, I'm surprised he still has the guts to say someone is not fulfilling his promises. And by this,